Fit in 10 Nation, it is day 47 of the Fit in 10 Challenge, and I put up a little note once again in Slack for this Sunday for the Costco shop. So let me know if you can go. We want to make sure we have a reasonable amount of people. You know, I'd say at least 5 to do this. I mean, regardless, I will go, but let's try to get at least a decent group together here. So let me know. Sunday morning, 9 a.m. We want to be there at 9 a.m. sharp. That's when Costco opens, and we want to miss the crowds, right? So at least get through the bulk of Costco without any crazy zoo of people. Okay. It gets crazy around there about like 10:30, 11. So, okay. Book your fat scans with me. Okay. I have the link up, www.calendly.com/trainonmain. So book your fat scan with me. And also, I still cannot get the website. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time dealing with my web guy. And so if you have any questions for me, please direct them to the Slack app, okay? All right. I've been having some questions about, meat. Isn't meat unhealthy? What's the deal with meat? So let's talk about a few things. First of all, we have to ask ourselves, what is unhealthy about meat? Now, you can make the argument, of course, that perhaps the way a lot of meat is raised these days, whether it's farmed fish or it's, let's take, for instance, cows, the way that they're fed, or perhaps the hormones that they're given, is this going to affect the meat? Well, definitely the feed will affect the meat. Even in fish that are farm raised, we get much less of the good fat, the omega-3 fats, and we get more of the saturated fat, which is fine. Saturated fat's not bad per se, but we miss out on that good fat. And the thing is that these animals are not eating their natural feed, so it does make me question perhaps what else could be happening to the meat, being that they're not eating their natural feed. So something to be aware. But if you're eating wild red meat, if you're eating wild meat, okay, so wild fish, wild red meat, organic chicken, or you know what, I'll come back to organic chicken in a second. If you're eating wild fish and wild red meat, it should be completely fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I don't think we would be here on this earth if it wasn't for it, truly, because I think it's been one of the things that has allowed us to survive, okay? The one thing you probably do want to avoid, though, is processed meats, just because of all the additives that are put into it. So avoid the processed meats. Avoid also, certain kinds of fish, right? Because fish, not all fish is the same. And, we want to take a look at things like mercury levels in fish, okay? So some fish is fine, but some fish is not. And I'll go through a few fish that you want to be very, very careful with. So if we look at very high level mercury fish, I'll go through some ones that you may be familiar with. We've got things like mackerel and marlin, swordfish, and tuna. Specific kinds of tuna. The ahi tuna and the big eye. So those are probably not ones you're having. You might be having ahi tuna perhaps if you're buying tuna steaks, or if you're maybe if you're having sashimi. I think usually sashimi's yellowfin or whatever it's called. Okay, but anyhow, avoid those. So big eye and ahi tuna, mackerel, shark maybe, but I don't think about if you're eating shark or swordfish. Other ones you want to avoid too are sea bass, and then again albacore tuna, okay? Tuna and yellowfin. Oh, there we go. Yellowfin is on this list as well, okay? So again, these are high. The ones that I first read to you are extremely high. So these are pretty high fish that I just mentioned. And then if we go to like the moderate level, we've got things like Pacific cod, we've got mahi-mahi, halibut, flounder, lobsters on here, and then chunk-light tuna. Okay, so this is moderately high in mercury. The suggestion is to eat only 1 serving per week. And then the safest fish, which you can eat, 3 or 4 times per week, we've got salmon. There's no listed kind, so all kinds of salmon. Catfish, I think catfish is gross. I've had it before. I would try to avoid it. Herring, sardines, shrimp, mussels, oysters, clams, scallops are all fine. Trout is fine. And Atlantic mackerel is okay as well. Okay? So those are the safest ones. If you want to be safe, salmon, catfish if you want to eat it, herring, sardines, seafood like shrimp, mussels, oysters, clams, scallops, and trout and Atlantic mackerel. Okay, those are the safest fish. I don't see on here, we've cod, we've got halibut on here. I think that's everything that's pretty common, right? Okay. With regarding to organic chicken, I buy organic chicken. I don't really know what that means. Hopefully that it's having their natural feed. So if you're gonna buy chicken, try to get the free run, or free run I think might actually mean they still have access to food that they shouldn't eat. So maybe you want to get just 100% naturally fed, lifetime fed chicken meat if you can. Okay, it's probably hard to find. But again, I don't know if there's anything wrong with eating the meats that don't have their natural feed or have been hormone induced. Okay, it's just not something that's something that's new, that's introduced to the chicken or the cow or whatever. Okay, it's already 6 minutes here. Okay, message of the day. It's a simple one. Be relentless, you guys. Be relentless. We've got to keep trudging forward. Day 47. Can you believe it's day 47? Be relentless. Submit, commit to this program, and keep going forward. If you've had slip-ups, if you fall down, it's okay. All right. Well, it's not okay, but listen, there's no point in harping on it or making yourself feel bad. You've got to keep moving forward and try to capitalize on all the stones or the pillars in this challenge. Okay, again, put these stones into your calendar: the workouts, the cardiovascular sessions, the preparing of the food. Okay, these are basically your 3 pillars, and fulfill them, and you will do really, really well. Okay, all right, and book your fat scans with me. Okay, we'll talk to you guys all soon. See you guys.